obvious question. Just how do you go about trying to replace Stephanie? I know that's an impossible task, but just what do you do to at least fill that gap?
It's a great question, and one that to be honest, I don't know that we have an answer for right now. You go through the summer and the fall, and you have a plan, and unfortunately that plan has kind of been imploded, not just with Steph, but with B being gone. So, we're going to have to be creative in some things, and like I said, I think the other day, the really good players on our team have to play great. Some of the kids that have been playing and maybe not producing at the level we need them to have to play better. And there's always players that think they should be playing. They're going to get to play. So I told the team yesterday, it's terrible. It was arguably one of the worst days of my professional life. Not because of on the court. It's just she's such an amazing person, and the commitment she made and the chance she took to come here she had 1 year to make a name for herself, and she was doing just that in so many ways. It's heartbreaking, but I told the team, no one's going to feel sorry for us. There's a lot of people in life that don't care about your problems, and there's a lot of people that are happy you have problems. That's the world we live in now. So yesterday was terrible. Our kids are numb because they care about Steph, but I told them, I said, I'm meeting with the media at 1 o'clock, and when I walk out of here, we're done with it. We're moving on, and everyone has to. We got a game tomorrow night, and we're going to show up and play and figure out what we can do to be successful.
Just two small things that I wanted to ask follow-up. Just how do you envision the identity changing of what you want to do? Because you said you come in with a plan, but obviously now that identity changes dramatically. And then also, what do you know about the possibilities of her maybe coming back for a year, like a medical redshirt, or does she? I don't think she has a COVID year, right?
I'll do the second one first. We will file a waiver. Her COVID year was the other year she got hurt. So, but she only played here 12 games, and I think if you look at student athlete welfare and all the things that the NCAA always talks about, she fits that. So we'll try. I don't know how that process works. I'll let the smart people handle that one. But and then the first one would be, we're going to have to play a lot of smaller lineups, obviously. Defensively, we're probably going to have to be. We've tried to be a little more aggressive because you had Steph behind you. We don't have that anymore, so we're going to have to do some things differently there. Manage practice, manage games, pace of games. We just don't have the bodies. So there's some nuance to it, but I mean, we're not going to just forget it. I mean, the other thing I told the team, Tommy, yesterday was the last year's team wasn't bad, and the core of those guys are still in the locker room, and so Danae didn't play last year, but Ash and Lex and Em did. Mo did. So it's not anything that we don't have that we can do some things with, but obviously there's some limitations, especially in this league with the size that we face. But I think the biggest difference you'll see is we're going to play a lot of small guys, probably more than we would like to.
There's a silver lining with Stephanie's situation. It is what she showed she's capable of against some of the best competition in the country. How valuable is that going forward, even if she doesn't play for you guys again, but just looks to go pro, because it appears maybe she's online to make a full recovery?
Yeah, I mean, it was a torn ACL. There was no other damage. That's good. Doc Greenwald is as good as it gets. So we have the best medical care she could ever find. So that's good. I heard from almost every WNBA team, just general questions. I found out that you can draft her and keep her rights. Obviously, she can't play this summer. And I told every single team, if you don't draft her, you're out of your mind. Because if she doesn't come back here, she's proven. Unfortunately, she only had 12 games to prove it. But I think her stock, if you look at a stock market kind of thing, people were buying that one a lot, and so we'll do the best we can to keep them informed, and there'll be a lot of questions, but I think she put herself in a good spot. Like I said, even in as limited a time as she did, she put up some pretty big numbers and impacted a lot of things on a big stage. She got to play against some really good teams, and the country got to see her, and so that's for her. That's the silver lining, because she came here because she wants to play at another level. It wasn't just come play Division I basketball. It was like her internship. She played at the Master's College, and she had to move to another level to show people what she's capable of doing, and that's why she came here, is to challenge herself and get herself ready for the next phase of her life. That's what college is supposed to be about, I thought. So hopefully she did enough to, if she can't come back, to show those teams what she's capable of doing.
I've asked you a couple times about Nye. How much does her role expand, especially in her ability to be a 5 at times for you, given she came off the flu and she said she's battling a couple of issues too, but she's certainly playing at a high level, it seems.
No, Nye's playing at a really high level. I think once the Big 12 started, I think I don't know what it was for her, but her practices are better. She's more engaged. She feels better. That helps. But she's a huge part now of what we're going to do, and I have a lot of faith in her. I trust her, and her teammates trust her. She had a great game on Sunday. There was a reason we ran the last play for her, because we really felt that was a good option, and it was. She got a good look at it, didn't go in. So she's a big piece of it, and I have complete faith she's going to do really well.
And just generally speaking, what do you expect from Kansas State? It's always always got a couple of really good players and talented team around them.
Yeah, I mean, K-State's playing a little different than they've played in the past. They're going to spread you out. They do a lot of 5-out. That seems to be very popular. Gabby Gregory transferred from Oklahoma, is leading the league in scoring. And when you're leading the league in scoring in this league, you're pretty good. And their guards, they played a lot of freshman guards last year. The Sundell kid's really good. The Glenn twins got a lot of experience as freshmen last year, and they're playing very well. So, I think it'll be kind of what we always get from them. They're going to be well prepared to change defenses, but the uniqueness of their style this year is they've gone from low post Yoki to spread you out and hard to guard in space. So we better be good on the ball.
Have you seen the team rally around Steph yet, or is it still kind of too fresh?
No, I told the team she was still coming back from the doctor, and Steph wanted me to tell the team, so I did. And we were out shooting, and just kind of, like I said, everyone was just like walking around. It was like The Walking Dead or something. It was just a weird. I'm not smart enough to even explain it, but and then when Steph walked in the gym, they're all shooting, and they just ran over to her, and they loved playing with her, but they loved just being around her. And you guys have had the chance to meet her and talk to her, and I mean the kind of person she is and the way she has represented herself, her family has been incredible. And our kids, I think Emma and Lex especially, they really got close to her, and they loved playing with her. They loved being around her. So, yeah, they'll rally around her. It'll be hard, but they'll handle it the right way.
How much does it help having, like you would kind of mention, you've got a lot of key pieces from last year, but Morgan Kane almost, I think on some fronts, seems like forgotten person outside of these walls.
Oh, yeah. I don't think there's any question outside of these walls. Mo's probably has been the one that people kind of forgot because, I mean, and I've said this before. I mean, in the 12 games that Steph played, she got more attention than anyone, than Ash, than Em. I mean, it was like, I know she was new, but she earned it. I mean, it's not like people were making it up, but so Mo kind of did get, maybe not the attention, but Mo's going to do everything she can. She always does that's the one thing about Mo. She's going to give you everything she has. Now, there's certain things she can't give us that Steph gave us, obviously, but she's going to do it. We just have to give her some help, and that's where the B thing really hurts because, if you look at last year, Mo was playing 16 to 18 minutes a game, and B was in the 15 to 17 minutes a game. We don't have those, and you guys know me. Somehow we got to get to 200 minutes, let alone the production. But we got to get to the minutes first.
You said all the WNBA teams you had talked to, was that was that after her injury? They'd all reached out to you?
I almost all. I don't know. I shouldn't say all. I think 10 of the 12 I got a text or an email. They all were like, hey, please keep us updated. Let us know what's going on. It was all after. I mean, we'd heard from a lot of them beforehand because they want to come to the games and what's a good game to come to, which they normally do. We get a lot of teams come to the games because, in the Big 12, if it's a good game, with kids that they want to see. Obviously, they want to see Ash too. But I heard from almost all of them just basically, hey, we're here. We want to talk to you later. Let's see how things go. Don't let her forget about us. Kind of, we want to stay in touch. So she's on their radar for sure, and we'll do the best we can to make sure that they get the information that they need because obviously she won't play this summer. But, again, someone I think would be really, really, really smart to take her.
Are you seeing signs of, you had mentioned other people kind of stepping up into their roles, essentially playing to their level that they should be? Are you starting to see signs that they'll break out and maybe do that?
I hope so. If we're going to have any success, I mean, Danae's got to play better. She's playing hard. She can't average 2.7 points anymore. Maggie's got to give us something. Nye's got to continue to grow. Everyone. I mean, you can't ask a whole lot more from Ash, Em, and Lex. Certainly, you can't ask for more minutes. That's not possible. So I mean, but there's always things everyone can do better. But it's going to fall on the next wave of kids that, that can eat up, like I said, the stats of Steph's averaging 15 points a game. Well, Danae's got to go from 2.7 to 10, and Maggie and Nye and Mo and Izzy and everyone's got to do it. It's bullpen by committee. It's we got the opener going out there in a couple games, so that's okay. And everyone wants an opportunity, and everyone says they want it. They're going to get it, and we just have to coach it that way and embrace where we are. And I tell our kids all the time, embrace who you are and don't apologize for what you're not. We're going to show up and we're going to play our asses off every single night. Sorry, I probably can't say that. I just did it. I already said it, didn't I? But yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's a delay, but we'll be okay. We'll be okay.